Hey, I'm Victor Margiotta, and this is the Community Show. First, I'd like to thank James Brooks and Joe Pisano for an excellent job that they do with the show. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have a show, and we wouldn't be talking about community. And nobody represents community more than my guest, Lisa Quist, who is an excellent representative of what community is all about. And it's all because of her family. So, Lisa, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And I can't help talking about family. It's, the most important thing in my life, and I know it's the most important thing in your life. Talk about growing up in the Duffy house.
We had a really wonderful, childhood. My brother Michael, my older brother Michael, my younger sister Stephanie, we grew up together in Ossining, and we just had, I think, what was a normal childhood, a happy, normal childhood that was full of outdoor play, building forts out in the backyard. We attended St. Augustine's School from K through 8, and then we went to Ossining High School. And we were just out riding bikes and, playing superheroes and doing all the normal things that kids really used to do. We didn't have cell phones and things like that. And, we knew what time to be in, 5 o'clock for dinner, 5 o'clock sharp for dinner. And we had rules. We followed them, and we just enjoyed being together as a family.
Yeah, that's right here in Verplank. We went to St. Pat's for 8 years. I'm still best friends with my best friend from first grade, Patrick Cawthorn. Hey, Pat.
Yeah.
And, just all the great memories. I still keep in touch with all those people. And, it's funny. I know that I'm in the store and I recognize people by the backs of their heads, and I say that's a trick I learned from going to church. And what a great thing it was being in a big family and being raised Catholic. And
Yes,
what a
I
wonderful
agree.
thing.
And Catholic, like you say, when you're friends with in your Catholic school, you're friends for life.
There's no
I'm
doubt.
still friends with many of my St. Augustine friends.
Yeah.
One of them was here when I came to
That's right.
Paradise to have dinner last week. Kim Marino was here,
Yeah.
and
Hi,
she's
Kim.
one of my best friends.
Yeah.
And here it is, how many years later, and
Yeah.
we're still friends. We're talking 50 years
Yep,
of
exactly.
friendship.
Yeah.
It's just,
It is. It's awesome.
remarkable.
And St. Augustine's is wonderful. It's a great church and
Yeah.
beautiful, right on the Hudson.
Yes,
and
yeah, that's
just
where
everything.
Kevin and I were married there, and all 3 of our kids were baptized there.
Yeah.
So, it's
Speaking
wonderful.
of kids, Gabby is in Italy.
She is in Italy right now. She graduated from Oneonta and FIT back
Oh
in
my
May.
gosh.
So she
Congratulations.
made the plans. Thank you. Yeah, we're very proud of Gabriella. And she right now is with her friends in Italy. She has a 2.5-week trip touring all parts of Italy. She's having a wonderful experience, and we're happy for her. But when she comes back, she will be looking for a job.
Somebody's got to pay the bills.
That's right.
That's right. I mean, what'd you go to college for? To get a job.
Right.
So it was funny. My nephew Matt was there, and for a semester, and he told his father, "I could live here." So his father says, "Yeah, all right, get a job.
Yeah.
And pay your bills. You could live there."
Well, I'm hoping she decides not to live there.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
know.
hope.
Oh.
Because I would be a nice place to visit, but
Yeah.
I don't want her living there. I need her close to me.
That's right.
Her and I love to do things together, and I would really miss having her around. She's my buddy,
That's right.
So
Yeah, that's the best.
it is.
Yeah.
It is, especially when you have the daughter. I have the 2 sons and the daughter, so it's just a special kind of bond.
Yeah, my sister had 4 boys, and she wanted to try for that daughter, and her husband was like, "That's it."
That's it.
But now she finally has a couple of granddaughters, so she's
good.
very excited about that.
Yeah. It's nice.
So, your parents celebrated their anniversary.
78th anniversary.
Oh, my
Yeah, we're going to
God.
be here Thursday night. We're actually coming here for dinner.
Yeah.
I'm sad that the concerts are over because we were going to bring them to the
Oh, to the
concerts
concert and then
afterwards.
come.
But we're
Okay.
going to still bring them down there. We're hoping to take the cream puff and maybe some coffee to go and take them down to the river and show them the new stage that was built
Yes,
for
it's
playing.
beautiful down there.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd recommend
we've gone.
going down for sure.
Kevin and I have gone down. Good friends of ours, the Mike Risco Band. They were playing
Mike,
there.
Hi, Mike. I know
Yes,
Mike Risco.
yes, they're fabulous.
Yeah.
And Miriam and I graduated together.
Oh,
So so I was happy to see they were down there. In fact, they're going to be up well, they were going to be up at Graymoor, but they got rained out from all that weather. But we'll
Yeah,
we'll
work it
see
in.
them in the future, I'm sure.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
And Jeff, who I taught CCD to 20 years
Yes.
ago, he's
Yes.
got married.
Yeah, so Jeffrey is our older son, our eldest son, and he got married in November. He married Nicole.
Okay.
We had a Greek wedding. So they got married in a beautiful Greek
Oh
church.
my gosh.
And the colors were just so vibrant and so fabulous. The pictures came out fantastic because
Oh
the church was
man.
so beautiful.
Oh, that's great.
And we had a lot of fun. And they lived together in the Dominican University where he works. He's a resident director and he's in charge of student life.
Wow.
So, and she's also a teacher in Westchester County.
Excellent.
So yeah, so they're doing
Yeah,
fabulous.
he's
They're
such a
doing
great guy.
fabulous. Yeah,
I got to play golf with him and your husband last year.
that's right.
Best golf course I ever played, the Paramount down in New City,
Really?
New York. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
If I had to join a club, that would be it, you know. So,
Yes.
but we had a ball. And then can't leave out Andrew. How's Andrew
Andrew's
doing?
doing well. He's 25 now, and he lives in Pennsylvania, and he's a computer engineer at Lockheed Martin in New Jersey.
Excellent.
So he's doing well. He comes home often,
Good.
but it's a 2-hour commute, so
Yeah.
we don't see him as much as we would like to.
Right.
We miss having the kids
Yeah, of
home.
course.
We've had the empty nester, but now, I mean, Gabby will be coming back
Yeah.
home for a while until she gets herself, settled. So we won't be empty nesters anymore.
I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tell me about your continued journey and commitment to serving those most in need.
So I really have had, I'm very honored and privileged to have spent the last 20 years really working with organizations who serve those most in need. From the work I've done at the Maryknoll Fathers and Brothers and the extraordinary work that they do with sharing the gospel in solidarity with the poor throughout Asia, Africa, Latin America, and then of course the exceptional work that they do in mission education here in the United States. One thing that I learned from there is that we are all missionary disciples, and it is so important. We're all we're all working towards the same cause, really, to love and serve others. And then, from there, I worked for an organization that served the poor in the Deep South. And that was an unbelievable experience. The Edmondite Missions is based in Selma, Alabama.
Okay.
I worked with them for 3 years. And their programs and the initiatives that they have in serving the poor in the Deep South go above and beyond the services they provide. But the focus that they have on solutions is really what is inspiring. And they just continue to do exceptional work. And I'm just happy that I was a part of it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, now I've been with the Franciscan Friars of the Atonement for the last 3 years.
Awesome.
And every day when I drive up the top of the mountain, Graymoor is a beautiful place.
It really
it's
is.
referred to the Holy Mountain for many reasons. And as I drive up that mountain every day, I just am so,
thank
blessed.
God.
I feel blessed every day I drive up that hill and just know that the difference that we're making in the world together. So it's just a wonderful experience. Yeah.
So they have a lot of events coming up.
They do,
Okay.
but the Franciscan Friars of the Atonement, just to sort of give a little bit more information about the organization. So the Society of the Atonement is very unique in the Franciscan movement. And so the Society of the Atonement is comprised of the friars and the sisters. And they're a Roman Catholic religious community that is dedicated to promoting Christian unity and reconciliation. And what actually started as an Episcopal tradition,
Really?
but it was our founders that were drawn to the idea around this unity and reconciliation of the Catholic Church. And so they were focused on what unites us more than what divides us. And I think, especially in today's world, that really hits home.
Yeah.
How key unity,
Right.
reconciliation, healing, all these wonderful ministries that the friars and the sisters bring to the world It was founded by Father Paul Watson and Mother Lorena in 1898. So this is our 125th
All right.
anniversary.
Awesome.
We had a wonderful celebration mass back on December 15th at St. Patrick's Cathedral. And it was a beautiful experience to just invite everyone to be a part of. And the mission is really rooted in at-one-ment, that all may be one.
Yeah.
And so it's really tied into healing divisions, within the Christian communities, and really understanding each other, really. And our ministries are consisting of the ecumenical and interreligious dialogue, social justice advocacy, pastoral care, spiritual retreats. We have the Holy Mountain Franciscan Retreat Center.
Yes.
And there we have a beautiful retreat center that was only refurbished about maybe less than 2 years ago. We have 92 rooms, beautiful conference room.
Excellent.
We host outside and inside events. So we have people who come and they run various retreats of all different sorts, from spiritual renewal to ones that focus on recovery from alcohol and drug use disorder.
Yes.
And really it's about serving the marginalized and promoting peace and unity, really sharing the gifts of hope, healing, and harmony with the world.
Yeah.
So, and we do have a lot of events that are coming up now. So there's first the Women's Day. We're having a Women's Day this Thursday. So last year was the first year that we actually started the program.
Okay.
And it's a special day. Casey Morabito comes.
Casey.
Yep, she is wonderful.
She is.
She is really connected to Graymoor. She will come to the retreat center, and she's held various retreats there over the years. But she's just so connected. And that's so important. When you're going to come to Graymoor, you want to feel connected.
Yeah.
And she really does. I mean, her home parish is Our Lady of Atonement, which is at Graymoor.
Yes, I know.
So she's actually going to help us. She's going to help host it, and she's going to run the activity. We have nearly 150 women coming on Thursday, so we are super excited about that. We have a farmer's market because we have our own farm, San Damiano Farm, which is every Friday from 10 to 2.
Okay.
And the farm is run by our brothers Christopher, and our brothers Christopher are the men that we serve at the Friars Healing Ministry, St. Christopher's Inn, which is an addiction and recovery community.
Yes.
The St. Christopher's Inn is 116 years old.
Wow.
So it is a wonderful place where men ages 18 and over can come and they can understand that they are worthy and that they are loved. And we're very unique because that center offers the treatment they need, but it also focuses on, it also includes, I should say, Franciscan hospitality, because the friars are there amongst them. They live there.
Right.
And so they're constantly there with them. Open 24/7. It's a center that really focuses on giving the treatment that they need, and they can stay for as long as they need. And we have, after they complete their program, we have 2 transitional homes. The San Damiano Farmhouse, where they can also work on the farm. It's a way to acclimating to get back into the community. So we have the San Damiano Farmhouse, and we have the Brother Christopher House in White Plains. But other things that are happening on the mountain, we have a summer concert series. Like I said, we have the Microscope Band, who unfortunately, due to all that horrible weather we had last week, was unable to perform, but we are rescheduling them. But our next one is September 17th, Steel Passion. That is one you do not want to miss.
No, I
lot of
went
fun.
on Facebook and saw that they sounded awesome.
A lot of fun, and it's going to be at the St. Anthony Shrine. So the acoustics there and the beauty, if the leaves start turning at the same time, it's a beautiful, beautiful day, beautiful evening. And it's early in the evening too, and it's only an hour long, so you're out of there before the sun even sets. So it's fantastic, before it gets dark, I should say. But our next activity is Sunday, September 29th. St. Christopher's Inn, we will be having our 3rd annual Be the Bridge Walk for Recovery on Sunday, September 29th, and it's on the walkway over the Hudson. And so last year we had almost 400 walkers, and we hope to have just as many. We've set a pretty aggressive, or I should say, impressive goal. Well, it takes a lot. Well, it really takes a lot to keep the inn in full operation.
There's no doubt. And the price of everything is going up. It's not going down.
And we're serving nearly 1,000 men a year. Wow. And we're giving them experiences, vocational, recreational, and educational opportunities as well. So it's not just about treatment. It's a much bigger picture. Yeah. It's also tying in their family, making sure that their families, there's a family program too that is part of it all. So, it's really important that we reach that goal and that we're doing it because we know how important, and we see firsthand the life-saving and life-changing ministries of the work that's being done at
right.
St. Christopher's Inn. So St. Christopher's Inn has an alumni association, and they're having a golf outing on October 10th.
Okay.
And we have our annual Sharing Hope celebration dinner that the Friars host each year, where our benefactors come together and all of our friends, and we usually have 3 honorees, and we will be having that at the Pierre in New York City on October 4th. And then we have also an event for St. Christopher's Inn as well, where our board of directors have a reception, and that one is at, we call that Autumn on the Hudson,
okay.
And that's going to be Thursday, November 21st, and that's going to be right there at Savior's on the Hudson, X2O in Yonkers, yeah, with Peter Kelly, who now is the chef,
like
not the chef, but a consultant chef for Apropos. So he's designing the menu, and so I'm sure the food's going to be amazing because what he serves down in Yonkers is amazing, and he is a wonderful person. So I can just imagine what he's bringing to our community here in Peekskill.
Is there a website we can go on to see all these events?
Yes. So it's www.atonementfriars.org.
Okay. Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah. So Lisa Quist, exalted ruler of the Ossining Elks Lodge, 1486.
Yes.
How did that happen?
So actually, my husband was first involved with the Ossining Elks.
Right.
And I thought, you'll have your thing, I'll have my thing. But somehow, some way, I found myself connected because I saw all the great work they were doing. So I wanted to be a part of it. So I started going to the meetings, and then, I became a member first, obviously, before you can go to a meeting.
Yeah.
I became a member. We're at 118 Croton Avenue in Ossining, New York. This is our 100th anniversary.
Wow.
So we're very excited. And, we're about, charity, justice, brotherly love, and fidelity are our cardinal virtues.
Yes.
And we live by them. We really focus on the core groups of our veterans and our youth. And we do a lot of work with the Montrose VA Hospital. We have committees, and we have, people who have long-term relationships that are connected, and we do different things with the veterans to ensure that their needs are met, but then even from a social aspect, from having a pizza party, ice cream party, Christmas dinner. I mean, before COVID, of course, we could do so much more. Every Christmas, we take Christmas stockings, we stuff them with hats and gloves and socks and toiletries, and we deliver them to Montrose VA Hospital, and they get handed out at Christmas time. And it's it's helpful.
Yes.
We work very closely with my brother Vinny, and we've been doing that for a long time. And what we do is we supply through our foundation, the Elks National Foundation, we supply what we call welcome home kits. So these are veterans who have finally been able to be placed into some kind of home. They have found a home. And what we do is we work with my brother Vinny to give them give Paula the resources that is needed to ensure that those new apartments can be furnished.
Yes.
And so, we do a lot of great work in that area. Also, even with Castle Point, we do great work there as well. A lot of work around patriotism, obviously. We make sure that our Flag Day, and we go into the community, of course, and we just, share the importance of Americanism. And then from a youth perspective, we do a lot with the youth. We have a hoop shoot every year that becomes a national tournament, actually. We do a lot with, our local communities. Our drug awareness program is actually one of the leading programs in the United States.
All right. Excellent.
And we do a lot of work, especially during Red Ribbon Week. We are in the schools. We usually distribute about 2,500 some kind of drug awareness materials, kits that are age appropriate. Our focus is on really teaching the dangers of drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, and it could be as simple as taking painkillers and then leading into,
Yeah.
a dependence,
Correct.
which is horrible.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of work to do in that area, as you know, and the Elks are really pushing hard because
Good.
fentanyl is it's finding its way and it's killing children because children are getting their hands on it. And so, we do a lot of work in educating children too, to know you don't touch certain things and gateway things too, because you don't want to go and have people think that it's okay to do certain things. You just can't do it. And then we also work with cerebral palsy kids too. So we local community wise, we reach out in terms of getting out baskets around Thanksgiving and Christmas and whatever the needs are. We find out what they are and we'll meet them.
Yes.
And that's our goal.
Yep.
That's our goal. And through the Elks National Foundation, we're able to apply for grants. And those grants help us go out into our local communities to do some fabulous work that's greatly needed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's awesome. They have a dinner coming up for the Elks for their 100th anniversary. It's going to be at the...
So our 100th anniversary gala is a surf and turf dinner, and we're very excited about it. And it's going to be at the Sing Sing QWL building. Yes, so that's a beautiful building. It is where Sing Sing Prison is located. Yeah. Historic Ossining is connected to Sing Sing Prison, and the Ossining Elks have been there for 100 years. So we do have a presence there. But the building overlooks the Hudson. It's beautiful. We've invited a lot of our local, communities and friends. Of course, there'll be a lot of Elks there, but communities that we have served, we've invited people to come as well. And we're excited, and we have a website for that as well. It's myevent.com/Ossining Elks 100th with a TH at the end.
Okay.
So if anyone wishes to maybe purchase an ad, it has to be this week or sooner.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
It's coming soon, because we are putting a commemorative journal together. So we're excited about that. Yeah.
So Kevin actually helps out with the, what does he do? There's so many thrift shops now. I wound up buying this new furniture that I wasn't happy with. Mm-hmm. And I could have bought this, used furniture at a thrift shop that's beautiful, that'll last twice as long.
Yes.
And it's a great opportunity for my Vinny to get some of this furniture for
Absolutely. And a lot of times too, there'll be hotels that may be closing down or refurbishing. And if they're refurbishing, they get in touch with my brother Vinny. And Kevin actually has gone and emptied hotels. He's emptied hotels and delivered. And he's delivered way up north to the, far ends of New York City and Queens and Brooklyn. He'll go wherever he needs to go. And he and Paula has, several others that get together and pick up whatever furniture is needed, and they deliver them to the youths. I mean, the work that, like I said, that she's doing is fabulous. Yeah. And as long as we can continue to provide the welcome home kits, we're not alone. I mean, Ossining Elks don't do it alone. Peekskill Elks does a wonderful job at it, and Yorktown Elks. And I know there's other organizations too that support my brother Vinny. Yeah. So we're all in this together. I mean, our veterans served and gave us the freedom that we have. Right. And we need to do a whole lot more for them in gratitude for their service and to show our appreciation. Because every day when you put your feet out on the floor and on, you have to understand that freedom doesn't come for free.
That's right.
So anything we can do to serve them, I think we should be all on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have a meeting that you have to go to.
I do, yes. Tonight
What do you
is
guys? Okay.
Yeah, so tonight will be our anniversary meeting.
Right.
So we have our 100th anniversary meeting, and then we'll have our monthly membership. We actually normally have 2 meetings a month, but because of the summer, we take it down to once, so that people are on vacations and things like that. So I do have a meeting to go to this evening.
You talk about, there's so many people that are depressed, and it drives me nuts. But I'm blessed. I grew up in a big family. I'm connected with my community. I have 100 friends. I've got 25 nieces and nephews, 10 grandnieces and nephews. I've got so much love in my life, and you have to work for it too. I keep in contact with these people. Try to be the best friend, or best uncle, best, brother I could be. But tell me how you do it. How do you keep so busy?
It's busy.
I know.
I mean, there are days, I have to say, like on a Saturday and Sunday sometimes when we have nothing going on, my favorite thing to do is just, we have a little above ground pool, nothing special.
No.
But if I can just float on my boat, I'm very happy. But I think that you keep yourself busy, but you need to have activities like that.
Yeah.
So Kevin and I we have a canoe, and we throw that canoe in every lake in the Hudson River, and we paddle, and we'll paddle for miles, anywhere between 8 to 20 miles. It really depends on where we're going, what our plans are and how much time we have.
Yeah.
But we both believe in giving back to the community.
It's incredible.
So we do what we can.
Thank you so much for everything you do.
We enjoy it, and I mean, you and I are connected really initially by the church.
Without a doubt.
And you do a lot for the church.
Thank you.
And, I think that we should all be thankful that we're all
the opportunity
connected
is there.
some way.
You have to step up and,
Right.
And don't just sit there and be depressed or,
Yes.
And you got to get off the cell phone.
Right.
It's a wonderful piece of technology.
Yeah.
And we should thank God for the ability to create something like that.
Yes.
And use it for what it's used for.
Correct.
But don't be,
Don't
it's
be
like
stuck
anything
to it.
else. Yeah. It's like anything else. You have to
know.
have balance. You have to eat right, exercise.
All
you got
of
to do all
those
those things.
good things.
Get involved in the community. We just have a minute, so just tell us how they can join the Elks Club.
Sure. I mean, really, just get in touch with us. You can email us at awesoningelks@gmail.com. You can also go on elks.org/1486, and that will bring you right to our lodge as well.
Excellent.
You can also reach out to me. Happy to share my email. It's lisaduffyquist@gmail.com.
Excellent.
So contact me. I'm the Exalted Ruler for the next 2 years.
Awesome.
So as long as I get
Congratulations.
voted back in, but
Yeah.
I think I'll get voted back in after 1 year. But thank you so much for having me today.
I'm so glad we got the message out. So I'm Victor Margiotta. This is the Community Show. Thanks for watching, and please get involved.